Tim, how about you? Do you understand what all the fuss is about here?
Well, I understand that conservatives on Twitter wanted to make an issue of this because a lot of them white folks, don't understand why a black man can say that word, even in context, and they can't, which is really interesting, like why white folks need to say the word so badly that they're upset when they can't. Let me just really clearly articulate the difference between the president, a man of color, using that term in context, and a white person using it at any time. The difference is, it's like I'm a Southerner, right? And I don't much like it when Jeff Foxworthy does 20 minutes of redneck jokes in his act, but that's sort of how he made his career. And I don't flinch at it because he's a Southerner. So when he uses that term, I don't think to myself, wait a minute, maybe he hates Southern rural folks, because I know he's part of the family. On the other hand, if Jerry Seinfeld were to stand up and do 20 minutes of redneck jokes, I would have a problem with that. Or Jay Leno, because they're not in the family. It goes back to third grade or maybe kindergarten wisdom, which is, I can talk about my mama, but you cannot talk about my mama. And so whether or not it's appropriate, whether or not he should have said it, obviously he was sort of indirectly quoting others. The real issue is, for those of us who are white, to think that we ought to be able to say it because black folks often or sometimes do is absolutely absurd. It's a mentality of entitlement. It's not appropriate for us. It's like, I'm Jewish. If I tell Jewish jokes, that's one thing. If the Jewish joke is in the church bulletin, we have a problem.